are you? Wondering if it's gonna, oh. No, I'm gonna have to do a portrait. Oh, well, what a shame. Hey girl, hey, how are you? How is everybody? I am finally back online. It is so good to see you. Yes, you found me. Thank you. I am sorry I've been away for so long. I have wonky hand syndrome, holidays, everything kind of went a little bit skew-iff, but that's okay. I have the hand out of the yoki to wash it there, but I need to put it back in. I got an injection into it yesterday, so I have two. I can't twist. I have a little bruise there. 2 little injections like a tiny vampire. Oh, I've missed putting it. I've missed doing videos too, but I kind of just wasn't in the mood. I was a bit, you know, nobody needs to see that. So today I'm going to be cutting this bad boy off. I warped this up, was it on Sunday? And it's Thursday today. Was it a Monday actually? I feel like this was woven in 2 days and warped in 1 day. And like I was weaving then. So yeah. So this was hand spun yarn from Sweet Georgia. That was gifted to me in a package for the brand ambassadors. And then I wove it. So what I did was I love it. Hi. What I did was one of the colors was, oh, sorry. Let me just bring it in a tiny bit closer so you can see. So one of the colors was a green, and that one is called Grouse, that colorway. So it's kind of got greens and blues, and they're quite distinct like that. And then the other colorway was called Tea Party, and it had this streak of fuchsia in there, as well as the greens and the blues. So it kind of blends really nicely together. So what I did was, with the yarn all the way across, I don't know if you can see, but with the pinks, it's a little bit thicker, so you can see a little bit of a bumpiness. And overall, there's actually more green because I had to do the edges. I had to do like a lot more on the edges. And that was, hello, lovely to see you too, Brandy. But that was because I, like there were both 100 grams that I spun, but apparently with the green, I spun it fingering weight, and then with the pinky, which was called Tea Party, with the Tea Party with Sweet Georgia, I kind of spun it more of a sport weight. So I had much less to work with, which was interesting. So I decided to do them as a warp, and I decided to stripe them. I was going to do a thing where I would have it kind of pinky, and actually now I'm thinking I should have done a pinky in the middle and then kind of blended it out to the edges, which would have been really cool. But I also quite love this kind of color situation. So I've got the edges here which are dark, and then in the center I've got the striping. So I'm really interested to see this coming off. I'm gonna try and set it up so you can see it coming off as well, and we'll see where we go from there. But to start, I just want to say hello and welcome to the Babbles Traveling Yarns podcast. This is the first time that it's in portrait mode because I apparently set it up like that, and that's annoying. So I'm sorry about that. If I don't know where it's gonna see on screen or whatever. Oh, lovely. I'll see you later. This will be up online on my channel anyway after the live, so don't worry about that. What I might end up doing is chatting it away as if it's a podcast, because it is. And I'll catch up on chats kind of in segments, just so people who are watching it back won't get too bored or annoyed. So although I really love people joining in, that's super, super cute. And it keeps me going as well. So my name is Grace. I live in Limerick, and I am a fibre enthusiast. I got new glasses. They're kind of gold. I'm trying to get used to them. Apparently my eyesight has got better. That ever happened for anyone? Apparently my astigmatism has gotten better. I don't know. They look gold. I feel fancy. Oh, and then, guys, I've got to show you my new sunglasses. It's the first time I've gone cray-cray with sunglasses. They're super cute. I'm in a red case. And they're so cute. Oh. They've got polka dots on them. I love them so much. So yeah, you can kind of go crazy with sunglasses. So yes, I got those. They're really sweet. Anyway, so I've not been online for a long time, probably since the start of January. I've actually don't even remember the last time I podcast. How bad is that? I've been, yeah, I'm glad. But this was just a little thought I had because I just finished weaving this, and I kind of really wanted to go live with it, and I was trying to decide whether to go live on Instagram or on YouTube, and I was like, I haven't been on YouTube in ages, and today is probably the first day I felt like good enough to do that. So story time. I was really busy over Christmas period. We had a bit of a family tragedy. My aunt passed away really suddenly. Christmas happened, and then I had to go down to Australia to my brother's wedding, which was really intense and busy and really fun, but like couldn't manage to organize much. And also my back decided to go out, which was very frustrating. Then I came back from Australia and started working, and then my wrist decided to flare up, a tendonitis inflammation. And I think my body's trying to tell me something. So this piece of hair is annoying me now. I'm sorry if that's annoying you, but no, there we go, that's better. So yeah, so I've been off work for the last week, driving me insane. I can't knit, can't spin, but I was able to warp up this loom left-handed, which did take me like a whole day. Normally it would take me like an hour, maybe two, but it took me a long time to warp this loom because I was doing it all left-handed and I kept dropping stuff. It was a pain in the bum. But the weaving was actually quite fine. The weaving was fine, and literally all I've been doing is sitting on the couch watching Netflix, because it's also been incredibly stormy here in Limerick on the west coast of Ireland. It's right on the Atlantic coast. So, well, not right on, like we're up an estuary, but we do get quite a lot of the bad weather. So I don't know why this is facing that direction. Anyway, now I am like an angel with the massive light behind me. I didn't think about the backlit situation, sorry. But yeah, so I was kind of cooped up in the house, couldn't knit, literally going nuts. So I basically just sulked. I just sulked on the couch. I read a few books. I was on Instagram a lot. Shouldn't have been, because my thumb started getting sore from being Instagram a lot. Hello, Azuki. I had so many cat cuddles, which was nice, although they were outside. But when the storms came, it was so funny because they would be outside and then running in, soaking wet, destroying the floor, and then I couldn't mop because I can't hold anything with this hand. So the place is a tip, but sure, feck it, what can I do? Nothing, it's fine. Nothing's killed anyone yet, so that's fine. Anyway, I went to the doctor yesterday and just to kind of see how it's going, how the hand is going, and I got a steroid injection, which made this whole part of my hand go completely numb, which was terrifying. Now it is not numb, which is nice. The numbness wore off now around midday, which was great. So hopefully I'm going to be back in work by Monday. I'm going to keep, oh, this is killing me now, but I'm going to try and stop, like, trying not to knit for a while. But the knitting bug is, God, it's got me. I need to finish off this garment that is in hibernation because I can't touch it. There's a couple of other projects I want to show you that I have been working on. But first, what we've all been waiting for is this bad boy. Do you want to see it? Will I do it now? So this is something that I was able to do, and I was delighted because my loom had been naked. It had been absolutely naked since my class up in This Is Knit back in December. So hello from Canada, how are you? So yeah, I warped this up, and the warp, now I don't know how much is going to be on here. You've been feeling rubbish since last week. I don't know what's going on. Oh no, go to the doctor maybe. Find out what's wrong. So this is a warp. I would say it's only about maybe a meter and a half long. So we're gonna cut it off and see. Should we do it? Should we just do it? Okay. I'm gonna put it down on the ground because it's more effective if you can see it out on the ground. And I haven't swept because again, gammy hand. Can't move the chair. This is how I've been working all week. This is the boot pile and my bin. Nice. Stop reaching. I feel like my left hand is gonna go for me now in a second. Such a head wreck. All right, so I'm gonna start over here on the floor, and I'm gonna turn this around and pop this down here. Okay. What's that looking like? Right, so are we ready? Okay. So I have woven right up until the edge on here, so I'm gonna cut across there, and I'm gonna do it left-handed. Good luck, everybody. All right. This is all hand spun, remember, so don't freak out too much. It's already woven and cut on the other side anyway, so there's no saving it. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst left-handed cutter ever. Let's just blame the scissors and the unfairness of life in general as a left-handed person. My other hand is literally like it's doing the thing where it's, what's it called? Like, it wants to help. It just can't. It's good. All right. There we go. All off. Nice one. There it is. And then this is a really satisfying bit. Oh, that's nice. Some of the leftovers there. That's grand. Lovely job. Lovely job. Now what we need to do is get some light on the subject. I'm totally hiding that light. Sorry. The scissors it's the scissors you would have left-handed. Yeah, I don't have the proper scissors at all. How many threads did I use? Ooh, this many. I don't know. These are all bunches of 4, and I'm not gonna count them. And I'm not very good at remembering, so I'm afraid to say it would be a very boring podcast if I was just to sit here counting threads, but maybe I'll get back to you on that. So here we are, ready for the roll off. Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready? Okay. Wrong hand, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna just hold it with my foot. I've got my slippers. They're little dash hands. They're little Christmassy dash hands. Okay. Actually, I think I'll need to get the paper going the right direction as well. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. Very nice. Okay. Okay. So we've got a muddy floor here to look out at it, but sure, listen. So this is the length of the warp that I wove in 2 days. It's looking good, actually. Gosh, it looks fancy, doesn't it? It kind of looks like a man's scarf, like a fashionable man's scarf. So those are the colors. And I was aiming for an even weave, you know, to highlight maybe a little bit more warp face, just to show off those colors a little bit. And I chose a dark weft to really make those colors pop, you know. The closer you get, the more you can see those beautiful colors and the hand spun details. Oh, it's so nice. So then down here, I've got this whole section where I need to undo and tidy up and everything. But it'll be pretty easy because I use these cardboard bits to spread out the warp enough instead of weaving a load of other bits. So I only need to take out 3 as opposed to millions, which I normally have. Why did that take so much effort to do? My God. Okay, I'm gonna take this up and put this here. Oh my God, I am so unfit. Look at that messy boots. Sorry. That's Storm Kira, or whatever her name was. She's a mess. What a messer. You're glad to see it. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I was way not able to do much, to be honest. So, but I'm kind of in love with this. Also, it's a Datin, but like it's in 2 bits. Yeah, it's in my house and it's lived in. I'm living in it, so there we go. That's it, exactly. So yes, so as you can see, these are the edges here. I have been experimenting with pulling out the edges a lot more so they don't pull in. I have been discovering that my selvage edges are actually normally, they're very tightly pulled, and I didn't realize that wasn't kind of normal, and I wasn't getting as much yardage as I could have been getting. So they look a bit loose, but yeah, I don't know what I'm going to make this out of. This is a really nice wrap already, like on its own, but what I don't know what the length of it is actually. I might measure that and see. Definitely about 1.5 meters, I think. What do you think? It's taller than me on the floor. And I'm 6 foot, so I think it's probably around 8 foot. 7 foot maybe. So yeah, I'll measure that properly and I'll figure out what's going on there. So do you think it's 2 meters? Do you know what? I might just do a little bit of a measure here. Always have your measuring tape. Always. Okay. We'll see what this happens as. Isn't it so pretty? It's so pretty. I love it so much. So I'm going from hem stitch, then down. I'm going to disappear now. Oh, so professional. I know, I'm the most professional, Michelle. Beans and toast are fine. They are making everything extra muddy with their running in and out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's 1 meter right there. I think you might be right, Michelle. What are the bets? I should have made this as a giveaway, and the closest one to get the right length would win a prize, which I would never probably send out to you because I'm really bad at sending out prizes. If anyone who's ever actually gotten a prize from me knows, I am dreadful. So that's 150. Let me show you. So I'm here at 150. Excuse me, boots. 150. So that's 2 meters. I'm over 2 meters. So that's 2 meters there. And then 2 meters, I'm not good at maths, so I'm just gonna, oh my gosh, 2 meters and 39 centimeters. What's that in foreign? What's that in UK and US terms? I don't know. So close, Michelle. I was underestimated. Now, that is before shrinkage. No, it's been a long time. Hey, LaRue, how are you? Oh, yeah. So that is, 2 meters, 240, say, for rounding up sake. And to be honest, I'm probably going to lose maybe 10 centimeters on shrinkage. I'm just being really conservative there. So if we go down to 230, that's not bad. So 2 meters 30, and then width-wise, what's the width like? Let me see here now. Oop. Mind your fringing. Yeah, no, I'm not counting my fringing length. Come on, girl. It's crazy. So for the width, that's 39. No, 36, sorry. So 36 centimeters wide. So that's probably going to come down to, I don't know, 30 maybe. I don't think it's going to shrink that crazy. It'll probably come down to 33 maybe. I might come in by an inch. Yeah, so that's 14 inches wide on a 16-inch loom, rigid heddle, on a 10 dent. So, yeah. Sorry, up I come. That's my washing machine. So, that is, so 14 centimeters, 14 inches is woven up, but it's on a 16 rigid heddle loom. So you lose 2 inches off the actual size of the rigid heddle that you're getting. And then you lose another inch, I'd say. Conservative guess there now. So probably down to 13 inches across widthwise. So for that in centimeters, so it's 36 inches lost on a 36 centimeters woven on a 40 centimeter loom. And then it'll come down to maybe 34 or 33 centimeters width. But I got like 2 meters, definitely more than 2.25 meters. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. No. So what I'm going to do now, sorry. I'm going to start unpicking this bit here, and it's very boring, so you'll have to keep me entertained. Trying not to lose that hand. It's so hard. Oh. Okay. So, how are you? Thanks. Wrap it around my neck. Okay. I'll wrap it around my neck while I'm... Oh, it's kind of the same kind of... I mean, it's very dark now at the moment, but you kind of have this pink and green situation, which I like and love, obviously. But it's still attached. Hello, I'm glad to see you too. So it's still attached to the loom, so I need to do a bit of de-looming. See right here. It's almost like these are my colors. You're so right. How shocking. How strange. Okay, so I'm gonna just give myself a bit of space. I can literally just take this out. Use some of these. They just slide right out. So it's nice. It gives you a little bit of space then to play with. And then all I'm doing is I wove these special types of knots. I don't know if you can see them, but they're weaver's knots, and it's basically a double, like, overhand knot, a double knot, so you just don't pull it all the way through. So you can generally find, there we go, there's one off. So it's easy to remove, which is nice. Oh, except I cannot do anything left-handed, so I just cannot manage. My brain does not work like that. And these glasses are making my brain go funny. Oh, I tried on contacts for the first time. Oh, dislike greatly. Big dislike. Don't like that. Don't like it at all. Didn't do it again. Yeah. I also, it's been killing me, but I really want to work on my lace. But I can't. So it's very frustrating. Let's see if I can turn this around so you can see what I'm at. This side. Yeah, the pink is really working, but you kind of have to, you really have to, oh, what am I doing? Don't show me my address, Grace. Goodness. There we go. Yeah, the pink is really doing work, but you have to kind of come in quite close. With weaving, things are a little bit saddened sometimes, so it can be a little bit tricky to make sure you see as many of the colors as you want. So your colors when you're choosing to weave, I would, if you were choosing to weave with a variegated yarn, I would choose actually to go even brighter than this to get an effect, because your colors are going to be dampened down a lot unless you want something super subtle. But I would go brave with weaving, which is why I love weaving as well, actually, because it really makes you, you know, you can afford to choose the crazy colors. I've got a really bright like fuchsia yellow that I really want to use in weaving. I just don't know what to put it with, but that'd be nice. Oh, so that's me here. Very boring, very boring. But yeah, so I was knitting some 9-inch needle socks, which I'm going to show you now in a minute, and I'm desperate to finish them, but I'm scared in case those aggravated my hand as well, so I'm like scared. Some people have said that it's definitely happened to them like that, which is not great. And then what I did was I did a bit of lever knitting to see if that was something that I could maybe work on while I was out of commission with my my flick knitting, which I normally do, and I managed to get this far on a little swatch and then stopped. But you know, that swatch was good, it was worth it, but I only have one pair of needles that size, so that was unfortunate. And I have a picture of myself doing that on my Instagram IGTV, I think, if you want to see what lever knitting is. It looks a lot like Shetland knitting, or it looks a lot like I think you must be bored to tears of that now, so I think I'm going to turn you around to look at me. Hello, looking at me. Oh my god, 65 people. 65. What are you doing on there? Socks give your hands pain. Ugh, you've no desire to start weaving until watching me. Oh no. Saws. But it's pretty and satisfying. That's why I love it. I love it because it's really satisfying. Like, it goes so fast. This has been 2 days of weaving. Half a day of warping up, and then 2 days of weaving, and I've used up 300 grams. This is all I have left of the warp. That's fingering weight, and I'm after getting, so that's one skein of Sweet Georgia in the charcoal, which is like a really dark black. It's kind of navy, a little bit of purple kind of shine on it, and yeah, it's quite a lot to have left over actually, so that's a really good mini maxi. Yeah, and that's got me the whole way down. So on the warp, to get, what was it, 2 meters, 2.5 meters, not including now my wastage of my fringe, I didn't include any of that, but that used up 200 grams of hand spun. One was kind of like a light fingering, and one was more of a sport or DK. As with all hand spun, it's a lot of different sizes, but I think it works out really pretty. I was thinking, I have this pattern which I was looking at, which kind of combines normal fabric, like machine woven fabric, with hand spun, and you sew them together in like to make wider fabric to make like t-shirts and tops. And I was thinking I was going to do that for this, because this could be a really nice central panel down the front of a t-shirt, and then I would just need the sleeve and the underarms section. Do you know what I mean? So it's not, I don't need that much extra fabric to do that. So I'd say I get away with only like a meter of extra fabric, and I think I have some somewhere. You know, like I'd love to try and do that. I have a couple of different scarves now that size, which have been knit on this loom and could do that. I am thinking about getting a bigger loom. Not a much bigger loom, 24 inches I think. So this is a 16 inch, so a 24 inch would be what? Another 8 inches wider. This is my 16 inch. So a 24 inch would be like probably this wide. This wide, maybe? And it would just give me that extra few inches on both sides to make garments a little bit easier, to kind of just give me a little bit extra width, because I'm not a tiny child person. The boobage is significant, so you gotta have enough for those ladies. My clock is fast. My clock is 10 minutes fast at all times to try and get me out the door fast. Doesn't work, because I know that the clock is fast. All clocks, I like to treat clocks as perpetual terror devices. That's what I like to do with my clocks. Just like James likes to have always one, which is the right time, which, swear warning, messes me up. No, I'm not going to put a swear warning on it, because oh, this child-friendly stuff online here is an absolute mess. So this is not child-friendly, because then all of your ad revenue gets basically bulldozed. There's no ad revenue when you mark something as child-friendly. Did you know that? Anyway, whatever. Not that I'm trying to make money off kids. I don't know, whatever. It's a complicated situation. Okay, and we're off. So you ordered a 24-inch loom yesterday. You've never touched a loom before. Yeah, damn it! Was that because of me? Was it? They should give me commission, these bad boys. Did you order Ashford, or did you do a shocked cricket? Oh, sorry, Debbie. Or should I say, congratulations. Oh, they should order me. They should give me commission. So this is a huge piece, actually. Okay. What I tend to do is to gauge the usefulness of a piece of weaving size. It's very dark, isn't it? Sorry now, the light is kind of dreadful. But, so I like to half it. So there's quite a lot of fringe there, which I could use, but the thing is that if you make a top, the fringe is either going to be on the front or the back. Probably the fringe on the back would be nice. Yeah, so what I do generally is I fold it in half, and then I fold it in a quarter, and that would give me my panels for a t-shirty top kind of poncho situation if I want to do that, or a dress if I had enough fabric, or things like that. There we go. That is folding not good for the wrist. Okay, good to know, but it is getting better, thank God. So what I'm going to do is actually, oh, this top is, well, it's distracting, so I'm just going to take the top off, tops off, and I'm going to, now we're all black on black now, but it's a bit, you can see that a bit clearer now. So follow along your shoulder and where that's going to be highest, and then follow along here. So this, so the most I'm going to get without hemming, now there will be a little bit of hemmage So it would be more of a belly top if I was to make a piece out of just this. So that's a bit of an issue for me because I don't wear belly tops. It would be grand for someone who's shorter than me or who likes cropped garments. So a piece which is 2.25 meters long and 13 inches wide will generally get you a top for someone who's 5'3". There's a lot of people who are 5'3", so that would work. And actually, that's a generously sized top. So I have a waist of about 36 inches here, about 40 inches on the hips, and definitely 40 up here, 41 maybe, with a bra. So that'll give you the general idea of how much fabric you need. So in 4 pieces, then you cut it into 4 pieces, and then you sew them all together. And sometimes, now what would be nice is if you left it open in the front, which would be lovely, and you have like a V shape on the back neck, which is nice as well. I would just make sure you have a nice secure tab on the back just to make sure it doesn't pull. And then when you're cutting, definitely use interfacing and a zigzag stitch on that. But that's my piece. So my other plan, which is what I think is going to happen, is going to be either a shift dress or 2 tops. No, probably just 1 top really. So it's going to be, I'll have a neckline, I'll be cutting a neckline and measure it down to about there-ish. That's kind of my preferred length for a top. That top is actually down to there. I love long tops, they make me feel warm, and I'm cold all the time, so so yeah, but then that means I have a load of fabric left over. So I might even, so that would be the front and the back, if you know what I mean. So the front and the back will be both woven, and then I'm going to add on commercial dyed fabric. A shift dress would be nice. I think in order to use it all, I think a shift dress would be lovely. It would actually be almost a maxi dress. I'm going to put you down here so you can see how long it actually is. So it's actually quite a long dress situation, and that way I could have fringes on the front and the back. I don't know, I think I'd have to have either very dark or a completely, like maybe, you know what, it might go really nicely with a pink fabric under the arms. I think that would be really nice. Oh, marled grey would be lovely. But I think, I don't know, to bring out these colours, I'd like to try and bring out these colours. And like a shock under the arms would be, you know, in the sleeves, might be nice. We'll see. Maybe a green. See, it's very green close up. Green and blue. But then far away, it's really subtle. Fascinating, isn't it? So interesting. I think it goes really well with my slippers, don't you think? I'm asking for a loom for my birthday present next month because of you. Good girl. Oh, let me guess. Yeah, I love my loom. I think I love my loom because it does allow me to do different things. When I'm having pains, when I'm having issues with other things, it's just really nice to just warp up and just do it. Do you know what I mean? I did have it. It was a very busy holiday, so things kind of got out of hand. But it's fine. Yeah, so I do like it. Like sometimes when you're just knitting all the time or crocheting all the time or spinning all the time, you get into very small movements and your back kind of seizes up a little bit and you're in this sort of cozy hunch, and it's not super good. So when I'm warping up my loom, I actually got 10,000 steps warping the loom back and forth, so it kind of gives you a lot of, you know, movement, and you can do it as slowly or as fast as you want. You know, I did do the direct warping method, which means that you warp it along a distance, and I actually wrapped it around the handle of my kitchen door. But you can also do it on a warping board, but I'm too cheap and too lazy to make one. Too cheap to buy one, too lazy to make one. So instead, I will just get 10,000 steps walking up and down, which is great because, you know, a bit of exercise never killed anyone. Well, that's not true. But it's not going to kill me, so. Isn't it interesting, the color close up and then far away? Anyway, the camera is shocking on this yoke now. I don't know. It's because it's kind of orangey light. About that. So, what I'm going to be doing now. Hello, that's beautiful. What kind of yarn did you use? Oh, I hope you'll see the finished garment, Lorraine. I hope you will. I used hand spun from Sweet Georgia. It was a package as part of my brand ambassador package for them, and I just saw this beautiful fiber. It was Polworth and silk fiber that I spun up, and then the weft across it was their cauldron colorway, which is like this deep kind of blacky, bluey, purpley color, which is amazing as well. It kind of gives that like cast iron sheen that you normally get. So in that package, I was originally going to use this yarn, which would have also been beautiful, but it was almost too beautiful to use in the warp. But I was going to use this gorgeous color called Evening, which was part of their autumn series. So this is in their Tough Love sock base. But instead of that, because I got the 2 fiber packages and I spun them up, and then I also got one of these with it. And then I decided, actually, it's too pretty and I wanted just a normal black because I didn't want to lose all these beautiful colors in it. So I ordered 2 more of these to make a sweater. So I've got 3 of these evening colorways now, and I cannot wait to, I kind of want to make a cable-y, really nice, lovely cardigan. I think I was thinking about, they had one in their autumn kind of pattern thing, and it was all cables, and I can't remember the name of it. I'm a dreadful brand ambassador. But I also got these, and I'm thinking about using these for my next warp. Oh my god, they're so pretty. Oh, you totally can't see that at all now. It's so reflection-y. But this is 2 parties of 5. Sorry, that hand can't hold anything, as I keep saying. So this one, on this side, it goes from West Wind, Shoreline, Beach House, Sea Spray, maybe my favorite, although Deep Cove, this is Sea Spray, Deep Cove. Then this one is Peacock, Azurite, Velvet Elvis, Aubergine, and then Jewel. So it just is the most beautiful fade. They're actually doing these in like full skein size fades as well for like bigger pieces. But I'm like, so how much is in here? You get 96 meters per skein in here. So like 96 meters, say 100 meters. So you get 500 meters in 1 party of 5. So I've got 1,000 meters in this. Hey, and you know what goes real well? Oh dear. I was thinking of warping up these and getting a really long warp, because you could get a huge amount on here. I could get even longer. Oh my god, it would be so pretty. Oh my god, that would be the nicest. What do you think? Should I do that? Or should I save it? Should I use them or should I save them? Use them or save them? Use them, save them. Use them, save them. Use them, save them. Because I'll have to save them because I won't be able to knit for a long time. Also, I've got a million other things to knit. I don't know. I do have a couple of classes coming up. So I do want to warp up my loom for like classes. So I don't want to, you know, I don't want to use really nice things for classes. But the speed of the speed that this wove up, you know. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh my god. But then I need to get another one of these. Unless I don't knit something with sleeves. In their new, in this, the spring collection, they had this tunic which didn't have sleeves, which had a beautiful lace pattern on the back. But would that get ruined by all of the, I don't know. Anyway, those are all the beautiful things that I got. Ridiculous. So beautiful. Love Sweet Georgia. That's why I'm a brand ambassador. I just love them. I love them so much. Right. Oh, I was going to show you the socks that I was knitting. So this is yarn by Dragon Hill Studio. And I bought this in This Is Knit in Dublin. And this came in a beautiful ball already and wound up. And I was knitting them. This is the last thing I was knitting on before I injured my hand. And let's pretend that I totally didn't injure it by knitting. I didn't. That's not what's happened. Don't start saying it. That's a bad idea. So I have knit these beautiful self-striping. I love this blend, the color blend in there. I mean, I think there's a little bit of a theme. Sauce. But yeah, I knit the kind of garter stitch fish slips kiss heel, and I knit a bit of a mini gusset from Mina Phillips socks, which I love. But these are basically supposed to be for cinema knitting. Hello from South Australia. Hope everything's going okay. How are things at the moment? You can't knit on tiny needles, you make your hands hurt like crazy. See, they weren't making my hands hurt, and then my hands did hurt. But that's not why I hurt. Okay? Okay? Alright? Deal. So, another thing that I have been working on, which I'm desperate to get back to, only because I can't knit it at the moment, is I'm on Sleeve Island with my lovely Hide and Hammer berry bag from This Is Knit as well. This is not a sponsored podcast from This Is Knit. Although I feel like it's starting to be. Girls, any interest? So, oh no. Yeah, I did try and knit a bit on this. Terrible idea, what was I thinking? So this is a cardigan. It's the Timely cardigan by Truly Myrtle, and it's a severely adapted one. So the rain's out, the fire's out, good. So there's a ton of ends. I'm like, okay, so this is my completely naturally dyed cardigan. So all of the colors are from Flourish Fibres, which is a naturally dyeing yarn company run by Dee in the UK. And I bought an advent calendar off her last Christmas, and I didn't do anything with it. And this was supposed to be my Christmas advent project, which was knitting it into something that I really wanted, which was more cardigans, because I don't have enough and I want them. So I decided to knit the Timely cardigan, but I also hate knitting in the flat. So I decided to knit it in the round. So I knit up to where it was like, it came to the middle point where it was gonna, there was no more increasing in the front, and I just joined it. So I am at the stage now where I've knit the whole body. I got inspired by a beautiful pattern by Julie Knits in Paris called the Lil Cardi. She released it last year in 2019, and it is stunning. It is the template that I'm using for my wedding top. Again, I'm going to join it in the middle, and it's not going to be a cardigan. Why do I have such problems doing what patterns say? I don't know. But I really loved on the little cardie, she has these little cables on the bottom. Now they're not exactly the same type of cable, but I love it because it adds that little cinched in waist bit at the bottom. So I did my own little cable there. I did like a little plait cable, which is really nice. So when's Storm Dennis coming? Dennis can take a hike. So I was wondering, I feel like I want to wait until the sleeves are done and wait until the button band is picked up and knit before I steek it, to kind of savor the steeking. I can't wait to get to the steeking part. Can't wait. So I didn't do my helical knitting because it was 2 stripes this weekend. That's rubbish. It's Valentine's weekend. Boo. It's just constant storm here. But like Ireland has the ground for it, so we don't even forget about it. It'll be grand. So yeah. So I'm on Sleeve Island. I've started to knit again. I'm starting to knit with the inside and the outside of all these little balls of 10 grams, which I still have a load of. So I'm knitting from the inside and the outside of those. And yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to get back to knitting that, but I'm really, really close. So my knitting is not the boss of me, exactly. And I'm also not a perfectionist when it comes to my knitting. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my own opinion of myself, because I apparently will never be good enough for me. What is that about? But not when it comes to my knitting. So I need to take on my knitting aspect and look internally to me and be like, do you know what? Not everyone has to be perfect. Calm down, be grand. So yeah, that's that. I did a bit of spinning. I did a bit of core spinning before the hand went wonky. And I'm scared to take it off of this thing. This is called a Niddy Noddy, by the way. It's been on the Niddy Noddy for about 2 weeks because it's incredibly curly. The activated twist on this is active. And it's because the core yarn that I was spinning around, is this like 2-ply? Is it 2-ply or more or less? You know what? It's 2 2-plies spun together. Can you get a Niddy Noddy in Ireland? This is Knit will order one in for you, and it'll be in within 2 weeks, I think. Take it off. Okay, fine. I just think I've spun it the wrong way. I think I spun it counterclockwise and not clockwise. And I think that was the wrong way, but the other way wasn't taking it up. I don't know what's going on, but this was like the best of a bad lot. Okay, here it is. Ready for it? Oh. Do you know, but that's pre-soaking. So this is my core spun. I need to take proper pictures. Oh, do you know what I can't do either? I can't skein, so I can't twist that hand. This left hand, I feel like this left hand is gonna snap. It'll be fine, says Julianne. Sure. Oh gosh, sorry. Okay. This hand will be fine eventually, right? Hello from Pennsylvania. I'm from Limerick. Welcome to my little space on the internet. Was anyone watching the Irish elections? No? Okay, that's fine. So that is my little core spun. I haven't washed it, so I might wash it. That'll be something for me to do. I'm bored of my tree, staying at home sick, you know? It's a head wreck. So those are a few bits. Oh, I haven't shown you the lace, but I haven't gotten very far with the lace. Do you want to see it? You know what I love? I love the Fire Star. Look how shiny that is. Okay, you can't really see it. We're a little distracted over here with your own election. Yeah, well, everyone's watching the American election. Whatever. So cute. You've knit it What did you knit with it, Mary? What would I do with this now? A hat, maybe? A hat would be cute. Or weaving. Actually, do you know what I need to do? I really need to weave with some art yarn because it's beautiful stuff. And I feel like weaving it, maybe like a tapestry. So I'd have quite an open dent. So that dent was 10 DPI, but maybe if I got a 7.5 DPI or even less, maybe that would make, and you know what, those curlicues then would be quite interesting. And if I just did like a plain cotton and then just like tamped it down a bit, that would be interesting. Yeah. You add it into sweater with a lot of bulky yarn from Knit Collage. Oh, lovely, lovely. A cowl. I don't think it's soft enough. No, there's too much Firestar, kind of, which is like an Angelina, which is that sparkly stuff, which is itchy. So I don't think it's going to be going anywhere near my neck. So maybe a woven project would be nice, like a tapestry wall thing. Like, wouldn't that be interesting for like the earth, layers of the earth? You know, you've got this like molten lava-y type bit. You've got the brighter kind of areas for, I don't know, marble. I don't know. That's interesting actually. Interesting. I like that idea now. I've got a bit more of this, so I might do a few like crazy wild spirals and do like coils and things. Oh yeah, and like mix it in. So this is the core spun, and then there'll be a bit of the blue, because I'm doing, the only kind of thin yarn I have is like this bluey turquoisey one. I wonder what is the best core yarn for core spun. Don't know. Oh, oh, the image is frozen. Oh, well, that's sad. I don't know what to do about that. Is the image frozen for everybody? If it is, I better head away. I'm on 57 minutes. Have we been on live for a whole hour? That's mad. So I better go. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody's fine. My job, I'm at home, I'm not doing anything, so the job is not happening, which is very annoying. What do you call those big bumps? I think that's called the coils, or super coils, or beehives as well. Beehives is another one which you can use in the tapestry. I think that would look really nice. Oh, so it's not frozen for everyone else. Oh, sorry, I don't know who's yeah, the beehives, they look super cute, so I might do some of that. It does require dexterity from both hands though, so might be after a bit of physio. That's sore, don't do that, okay? I need to go to physio to learn about what to do with this hand, so I don't have to fiddle around. So thank you so much for joining me. I will talk about the lace another time because I've made a mistake and I need to rip it back and fix it. Yeah. Thanks for joining me with my new glasses. I do still work on my sweater design, but I can't at the moment, which is frustrating. Oh, okay, Juliet, sorry, I wasn't watching anyone else. I was watching Monty Don on gardening, gardening. I'm starting to get into gardening. If you've got any recommendations, put them down below for gardening tips in UK/Irish weather. That'd be nice. Thanks a million. Thanks for joining me, all 67 of you. That was cool. Bye. Oh yeah, apparently everyone loves Monty Don, Mary. It's a big deal. I didn't even know who he was or who. Yes, and I've been told that I cannot mess with him because he is the god. He is a god among men. So now you all know too, if you didn't. I didn't, and I was like, who is this guy? Everyone's like, oh my god, Monty Don is in my garden, oh my god, and I was like, that's